Hey everybody, this is Craig coming at you from Richmond, Virginia. I'm down here in an area of town called Rockets Landing. It's really scenic right along the James River. There's a beautiful restaurant behind me called the Boathouse, and you can see a great view of the downtown area from here. It's just a real scenic sight. There's a lot going on down here. I hope the noise around me is not too distracting. But it's the day before Thanksgiving. I want to wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving. All my friends and family and what have you. This week I cleared 100 subscribers on YouTube. I want to thank all my people who are following me. I don't know why you are, but thank you. If you like what you're seeing, please hit the subscribe button and enjoy my videos. Actually today I have 106, which for me is an incredible number. I never thought I'd see more than a couple dozen. Anyway, thanks. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about bike accessories, some of the stuff I put on my bike. There was a guy on our forum who just posted the pictures of the bike he just bought. And like mine, all his had on it when he bought it was a windshield. And to me, this bike looks beautiful, unadorned. It just looks great with nothing on it. And everything I put on it, I feel like just kind of takes away from its appearance, but it all adds functionality and function. It all has purpose and gives me comfort and capabilities that I wouldn't otherwise have. So I thought we'd go through and see some of the stuff that's on this bike just to make a video. Anyway, we'll start off with the least obvious of them, which is my Guardian bell, and you can see that right here. The Guardian bell is designed to ward off road gremlins, and ideally you receive this from someone instead of buying it for yourself. It works better that way, they say. But the noise that it makes as it's jingling down the road is supposed to scare off the road gremlins. So let's hope it works. We've also got a set of Karaoke highway pegs right here. They're gorgeous. They can flip up when they're not in use and flip down when you need them. Really beautiful pegs. And that makes for a really comfortable ride, not a longer ride. Got those on both sides. Then you'll see my my dash cam right here, which I just installed. That was the latest thing I put on it. That enables me to film my rides as I'm going, and not have to use the GoPro for that purpose. So it's always filming, and if something happens to me while I'm riding, then it captures it. So I think that's a pretty valuable safety feature. Then down here we have our power port, which has a cigarette port on it, which powers the dash cam. And we have two USB ports, one of which I use to power my telephone when I'm riding. And it has an on-off switch so the battery doesn't drain when the bike's off. This thing is invaluable if you've got electronics that you use on your bike and need to keep them charged. I highly recommend it. You can pick one up on eBay for about 15, maybe 20 bucks. And it's not the hardest thing in the world to install, because I did it myself, and if I can do it, you can do it. We also have here our toll payer, for those of you who live in areas of toll roads. That's our Easy Pass, which is easily put on and taken off if you park somewhere for a long period of time. And that just pays the tolls for you automatically when you go through the readers. Then here we have a phone mount, which is just a rubber grip, easy in, easy out telephone mount. And you can see how the phone goes in there. kind of. That's really handy, so you can see when your messages come in while you're riding, and emails and such. And you can even take a picture while you're in motion, which I don't advise, but I occasionally do. Then we have our GoPro mount right here, which is adjustable sideways and up and down to get whatever view you want. Unfortunately, that mount is fixed, so once you tighten it down, it only sees one view. So I prefer to use my camera view on the GoPro, or my helmet view. This is also a mount here that you can use for a GoPro or for whatever else you want to put in it, whether it be a drink holder or whatever. Very handy. Then we have our actual drink holder right here. It's also a Kuriokin model. It's got the rubber fingers in it to make sure that whatever you put in there stays in there if you hit a bumpy road. And it's adjustable like that. You can put it on either of the hydraulic connectors. It's a very nice drink holder, and it's also removable if you want. Let's see what else. We got the saddlebags, of course. Those are Honda leather OEM saddlebags. I really hated putting these on the bike because I just think that the bike looks so sleek without them. But if you're going to ride any kind of distance, you got to have some storage, and this bike has no storage space whatsoever. So I picked them up early on in my ownership of this bike, and I really haven't regretted it. But I still think the bike looks so beautiful without all this stuff on it. Also picked up the Honda Chrome OEM luggage rack. It's a little too small, frankly. But it's the only one that you can find that's made to fit this bike, and if you try anything else, you're going to have to be fabbing with a fabricator forever, and I just didn't want to fool with all that, so I bought the Honda. We also have the Corbin seat, aftermarket, right here. As you can see, it's not a Corbin backrest. I picked this up used from a guy on our forum, and I've just been delighted with it. It's really a high quality, comfortable seat. The only defect in it is a little bitty white scuff right there, and I can't seem to get that out, but hey, who cares? No big deal. It's a beautiful seat, and it's much easier to put on and take off because all it requires is these two bolts back here, which are exposed, unlike the original seat, which covers up the bolts. And then there's two more bolts down under here. So this is an awesome seat, not only from a comfort and appearance perspective, but also from a functionality perspective. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is my absolute favorite accessory. I had this custom made by a friend of mine, Len, down in Australia. It's a helmet holder that's custom made for this motorcycle, and please don't fall off. This thing is just incredible. It slides out of the way when you're not using it, and then when you need it, you just pull it out and it clicks into place, and then it's there to hold your helmet, you know, for a brief period of time while you take a break. And that way you don't have to hang your helmet off your mirrors, which tends to put your mirrors out of alignment. And then when you're done, you just push this little button back here and slide it back into place. Beautiful. I'm telling you, this is sheer genius. This thing is held in place with neodymium magnets, which are here and here. And once they're in, it takes a force of nature to push them back out, I'll tell you. They are really, really strong. Geez, I think that's about everything I've got on the bike. Oh yeah, I forgot. Over here we have the charging pigtail, which every motorcyclist these days should have. It connects to a battery charger and trickle charger. And you can also use it to jump start the bike if the battery goes dead. That's really handy to have, and I think it's important. On the helmet, we have our GoPro mount right here, and it's adjustable in and out, up and down. It's very flexible. I just love that, and I keep a tether here so that I can wrap a cord from here to the GoPro in case this breaks or falls off. And then on the back of the helmet, I have the brake-free accessory, which lights up bright when you hit the brakes or let off the throttle. This thing will catch somebody's attention if they're not looking down at your brake light on the fender. I recommend it highly to anyone who rides a motorcycle or a scooter or anything like that on the street. It's about 160 bucks, but you can find discount coupons all over the internet for them. Highly recommended. I'm getting ready to put some hand protectors on here. You can see I started with one pair and torqued on the nuts too tightly and shattered the plastic. So I'm going to get another pair here pretty soon, and they'll probably be smoke colored instead of clear. So that kind of bummed me out when that plastic shattered. It's such cheap stuff, but it'll be nice once they're on. And I think the only other accessory I really want to get that comes to mind right now is fog lamps, which go right here in front of the engine on either side. That's a very big bucket list item for this bike. And one of these days when my ship comes in, I'll get a pair. But for now, I think that's the accessories on my bike. I appreciate y'all tuning in and watching my videos. I hope you enjoy them. And again, have a happy Thanksgiving. And I'll check in with you later. This will probably be my last video for 2022, since the cold weather's coming and we don't get too many more beautiful days like this. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great holiday season.